By the way, I also stream. All right, welcome back to some more Motorfest. Now today I want to talk about ranked mode. The mode that we've been asking for such a long time, and we finally got it. But like some others, I feel like they just slapped something together and gave it to us. Now, that's not to say that they could improve it in the future. I'm just saying that, ranked, it feels like it's a little rush. They just kind of threw something together just to keep us quiet. But hopefully, there are some improvements made to it. Now, first thing I want to say is I'm not a big fan of them putting ranked in the only game mode that everybody plays. I was going to say the only online game mode we have, but we have Demolition, but nobody plays that. Yes, I have a problem with them putting it in the Grand Race. Now, by all means, if you don't, that's fine. I just want to let y'all know this is all my opinion. So before anybody gets all mad or anything, I just want to let y'all know this is all my opinion. All right. So yes, honestly, I think they should have made a separate mode for ranked with less players. That way it's like less chaotic. I think that would have been better for ranked instead of putting it in the Grand Race with just mixing everybody in, because another issue that is causing, it's making the Grand Races even more toxic than they already are. Let's just say that you don't care for ranked, right? You're just casually racing like you always do. And, you just so happen to be, winning, or you're like in a top 3 or something like that. Well, what I've seen and what I've faced myself is the people that actually have their rank on during the race are so dedicated into winning. Now, I don't think it affects people if you beat somebody that has their rank freezed or whatever. I don't know how it works. I still don't know how the point system work or anything. But I'll be like casually racing or something, and then somebody got their rank on or whatever, and they're just so desperate to win, so they'll just start ramming you like off the road or something, just messing you up just for no reason at all. And I've been seeing it a lot from actual players that are actually good and don't need to resort to something like that to actually win a race. It's kind of sad. Now, this game is not to be taken that serious. This is still a casual racing game. Really, to be honest, it's a collector's game, like a car collecting game. This game was not built for ranked. And so yes, the Grand Races have been a lot more chaotic because of people ramming because they want to protect their ranks and stuff like that. Even people like in the 10th place, I've seen that stuff from. Now, there's people that do it anyway. There's people that just don't know how to drive. But I think that's one of the issues that's causing is it's just like people are just ramming others that's not even participating in the whole rank system or whatever. They're just casually racing, but they want to win so bad that they just gotta ruin everybody else's race. Now, I get it, it's a card game, and at this point, we're like 2 years in, we shouldn't be complaining about rammers. This has been going on for a long time. We should all be used to it and know how to get around it for the most part. Now, there are those that, that will absolutely ruin your race, and there's really not much you can do about it, especially if you're just stuck in a whole cluster of people just pushing you around wall to wall and all that. It's horrible. It can be really bad at times. Also, the routes suck for rank. A lot of the routes are just highway, and slip is still just too strong. I wish they will address slipstream. It just needs to be nerfed. They need to tone it down a little bit, because slip is just way too strong. But yes, for a lot of these races, there's just highway routes, and so it just makes it boring and uninteresting, and it doesn't really require skill to go in a straight line, on slip especially. Like, I wish like we have more like technical routes, especially for that. But that's why I also say that it should have been like a separate mode with like more technical tracks. So that way people are forced to actually have to use skill, like their driving skill, to actually win and rank up. But I mean, there's just so many issues with, the grand race, like having ranked system and all that. I can't sit here and name them all. I'm sure that other people have complained about it and stuff like that. Now, I hope they improve on this and make it better. But honestly, I think they should just separate it from like the normal grand race. Let the casuals continue playing grand race, and then, give the ranked players their own little separate, online experience. So that way it's separate from the casuals and stuff, and it's like less chaotic. And yeah, you know what I'm saying. Y'all know what I'm trying to say. But also with the whole ranking system, I don't know. Maybe somebody can explain to me. I don't get the point system, because like I said, I've seen people get first and lose points. I don't know if it has anything to do with the ranks that you're going up against, which, like I said, that is so stupid. That is just so stupid. I just don't like that if that's the case. That is just dumb, because you can't control who you're racing with either. So you might get put with a bunch of bronze and you could be platinum or something like that, or mostly bronze or whatever. But if that's the case, that is pretty dumb. Also, and shout out to King Banana. This was probably one of my best races of tonight. And my goodness, I was actually surprised I was able to keep up and I made less mistakes. As y'all know, as some people know, I'm very inconsistent sometimes when it comes to grand races. I usually mess up a lot, but shout out to King Banana. This was a really good race. Now, myself, I'm not a sweat by any means. I am casual. I'm like a very casual player. I honestly don't care for ranked. I did want them to put ranked in the game, because I know a lot of competitive people, that will love to compete in that type of stuff. And, even me, sometimes I would like to compete in rank to kind of see how I stack up against even some of the best players or whatever. And, and I like to also race with like some really good racers as well. It helps me like learn to get better and stuff. But other than that, I'm casual. I don't care if I win or lose for the most part. Now right now, currently, I have my rank just constantly on. I don't freeze my rank. I don't care to freeze it. I'm just leaving mine on, and I just want to see how high I can get for this season as far as my rank go. I just want to see. That's all. It's just, I mostly just play this game to have fun. I like to use other cars, like other cars that nobody else uses, are off meta for the most part. Yeah, we got what we wanted, but not how we wanted. Now, Ivory Tower, please give us a separate mode for ranked. I plan on giving like my thoughts on the season so far. I'm gonna wait a little bit longer because I'm still doing stuff like testing cars and stuff like that. And that's another thing. I feel like a lot more cars, especially in Street Tier 1, needs adjustment. I wish they would do it by tier and not by brand necessarily. I feel like that'll probably be better. I don't know, I could be wrong, but there's a lot of cars in Street Tier 1 that needs like rebalancing. Also, please nerf the Porsche in Street Tier 1. Why is that the only car that can go 205, 206 or whatever? No other car can compete with it unless you're picking the same car. I wish they would address that. Either bring a lot of the other cars up to like the same speed, or nerf the Porsche and bring it in line with some of the other cars that go about 200. I didn't want to get on here and, I didn't want to yap too much. I just wanted to give my thoughts about rank. It's cool and all. I feel like it could be done better. But y'all let me know what y'all think down in the comment section. Let me know if y'all are enjoying the season so far now that everything is fixed. But let me know down in the comment section. Let's get something started. I just wanted to put this video out real quick talking about rank. I'll be doing more Motorfest videos kind of like this. I feel like it's something different from what I usually do. But if y'all enjoyed the video, please leave a like and subscribe if y'all want to see more. Join the Discord, by the way. That way you get notified whenever I go live or post a video. And come and be a part of the ARC family. With that being said, I will see y'all in the next video. Have a good one. Peace.